David Lee Roth is an icon, no doubt about it. He moved mountains alongside his bandmates in Van Halen and solidified his legacy. He also has a reputation for being your quintessential rock star lead singer, and he hasn't exactly gotten a 5-star review from his former bandmates. Roth's offstage behavior is well chronicled, with wild partying and rock and roll excess, but also reportedly having the tendency to fly off the rails when things don't go his way. He's had high-profile feuds with the likes of Sammy Hagar, who also served as the vocalist of Van Halen for a time. Roth was also rumored to be the holdup for a star-studded tribute show dedicated to Eddie Van Halen that was said to be in the works, similar to the ones held for Chester Bennington and Taylor Hawkins. Now, former Van Halen bassist Michael Anthony is sharing his experience with David Lee Roth, saying that he came to the conclusion that Roth was bipolar after dealing with him. Here's what Michael Anthony had to say during a recent appearance on That Rocks podcast. If you like this video, I would really appreciate the support by dropping a comment and hitting the subscribe button. And to show that appreciation, we're doing a giveaway. One lucky winner will win 4 VIP weekend passes to one of these festivals of the winner's choosing. You and 3 friends will party all weekend long in the VIP section. Don't miss this opportunity. It just takes a quick second. Enter to win at the link in the description. During a recent appearance on That Rocks podcast, former Van Halen bassist Michael Anthony spoke about his interactions with David Lee Roth. He says he shies away from social media these days, but looking back on things like Behind the Music, he says that he realizes that Van Halen probably had the most drama out of any band. He told them, "I do a little bit of Instagramming and whatever, but otherwise no. I don't like to get involved in the drama." And that was really hard in certain times in Van Halen, because believe me, it's kind of funny, because I look at TV and I'm watching things like Behind the Music with other bands and I go, oh my God, look at all the shit they went through. And then I sit back and I go, oh my God, we've probably got the most drama out of anybody. He spoke on touring the world in Van Halen with David Lee Roth, and he said, there was always drama on the Roth tours. There were times, God, I forget which tour it was. I'll give you a real quick story. Not so much drama, but just how it was with Dave on tour. We were staying somewhere in the Midwest, and Dave, after this, we all kind of came to the conclusion that he was bipolar, because he would be great, and then all of a sudden he would kind of freak out or whatever. And one night we had a night off, and everybody was, whatever we were doing, it was like around midnight, 1 in the morning, and everyone was pretty much back at the hotel. And I hear all this commotion out in the hall and pounding and screaming, and I'm going, what the hell's going on? So I put my shorts on and I go walking down the hall, and the security guys have got Roth in a straitjacket. Our security guys carried a straitjacket on tour. I won't get into that part of it, but they used to carry a straitjacket on tour, and Roth was just like screaming, naked, sitting in one of our security guys' rooms wearing his straitjacket. He added, Dave, he liked to drink Jack Daniels, but he couldn't handle it like I can handle it. Dave would have a little bit of Jack Daniels and he'd get a little crazy, and I guess they found him wandering around outside the hotel naked. And this was just one night out of 7 nights a week being on tour. Absolutely an amazing story there from Michael Anthony. He said he was just going to tell a little story. That was pretty epic there, and that rock and roll lifestyle can have an impact on you. And with David Lee Roth at the time, he was one of the most recognizable figures on earth, and it just makes you think that that can sometimes go to people's heads, and he was definitely one of the rock stars of all rock stars when it came to that stuff, as we've heard over the years. But his musical contributions are definitely unquestioned. Just nobody did it like him when he was in his prime, and he was just at the top of the game, and Van Halen's legacy is just iconic. So that's your latest update from Rockfeed. Again, I'd really appreciate it if you took a moment to hit that subscribe button if you like what we're doing here, and you can also join the conversation over on Instagram.